2 years after democracy.
Life in an informal settlement, communal taps, poor sanitation and no electricity. When night falls, flickering candles, the only source of light for most. Tsidimoloye and her family have lived here in Zandspruit for the past 21 years.
Ever since we've lived here in Zandspruit, we have never had electricity. We live in the dark. We use paraffin to cook, but when we don't have it, we go and fetch wood.
Desperate, many have resorted to this. This is a common sight in informal settlements in Gauteng, sourcing power from poles and municipal boxes. And it's a war the power utility seems to be losing. As soon as they are dismantled, residents simply just reconnect.
We as a company lose on average about 2 billion rand a year because of illegal connections, but also included in the issues of cable theft.
But residents remain defiant.
They know it's dangerous. They need electricity. And you can't stop the people who say don't collect the electricity, don't collect the things they are legally. They know everything is legally, but they need electricity.
Since they don't want to give us electricity, we have to use our own means to connect.
But illegal connections in Gauteng could soon be a thing of the past. Government has promised to electrify over 118 informal settlements in the province over the next 5 years. It's envisaged that the whole of South Africa will be connected by 2025. Tembelihle was a step ahead. After several violent service delivery protests, it's finally connected.
In the next 5 years, every citizen of Johannesburg will have electricity. Authorized by government and connected by government instead of connecting ourselves.
The National Treasury has allocated 17.6 billion rand for the next 3 years. So meaning between now and 2019, we are going to connect just over 800,000 households.
But the more users, the bigger the burden on Eskom. In 2008 and 2014, load shedding became the norm.
It had a very big impact on growth. Our National Treasury worked out that the per kilowatt loss in GDP was between 9 rand and 15 rand a kilowatt hour. And if you think about it, that we lost gigawatts of electricity over the last decade, then certainly we're looking at hundreds of billions of rand that the South African economy lost.
After lengthy periods of sporadic outages, relief, a stable grid for the past 10 months.
One of the first things that we did was to bring online Unit 6 of Medupi Power Station. It has been consistently producing about 800 megawatts into the national grid. We've also brought online 4 units of the Ingula Power Station in Ladysmith. The other thing that we did was to do as much maintenance as possible.
But despite the utilities' efforts to keep the lights on, there are still some challenges. It's owed billions by municipalities, and its prepaid meter system has been met with fierce resistance in townships. In Soweto, residents took to the streets.
As a community, we feel that the meter system is very expensive, in a sense that if you don't have money to buy that electricity, it means that you're staying without electricity.
Still, far more fortunate than millions in informal settlements who are still waiting and hoping that the promised electrification is not just an election ploy. Manqoba Mchunu, SABC News, Johannesburg.